Do you want to be a Chad? Having a high shoulder to hip ratio, a low body fat, excellent jawbone, glowing skin and hair, smelling fresh, porn star cock. Well, you can. Male beauty standards have been raised to an all-time high, and men have adapted to this. However, most men fail and either give up and focus on superficial strategies, leaving them insecure, looking more feminine, and overall destroying their health. But there are a few men who have strategies to actually maximize their looks in a way that increases their vitality, enhances their masculine attributes, and overall grants them new levels of power. Here at Masculine Medicine Research, we are dedicated to maxing out male life, and one part of that is looking good. So let's dive into the 2024 Masculine Aesthetic Guide and how I turn myself into a Chad and how you can as well. Let's get straight into this video, starting off with my transformation. This is about 10 to 12 years of consistent work. I still have a lot more room of improvement, but so far I made some pretty significant changes in how I look and how I feel, and everything that worked I'll be sharing in this guide. Let's start off with maxing out the face and the skin. The goal here is to have healthy skin with an angular face and a wide jawbone. 80% of that will come from having more muscle mass, high testosterone, and a body fat of 10 to 15%. If you have never worked out, you can easily gain 15-20 pounds of muscle, and that'll really impact how your face looks. Besides building muscle and losing body fat, the next most important thing is to always do nasal breathing. Mouth breathing will create a weak jaw and an ugly face. This even means when you're sleeping, which is why I mouth tape every single night to make sure I'm always practicing nasal breathing. Additionally, throughout the day, always practicing mewing, which is bring the tongue to the roof of your mouth. To add some more to it, you can invest in a jaw exercise to help work the muscles to create that angular face. To focus more on skin, 80% to 90% comes from eating a clean diet, such as an animal-based diet. But some noteworthy add-ons is moisturizing daily and cleansing your face daily, on top of using a clay mask 1 time a week. That is plenty amount of skincare to see a significant difference in your skin health and your face health. Next, when it comes to male looks maxing, is your neck. The goal here is to have a thick neck, and that will signal masculine attraction. The easiest way to do this is to do neck curls in the gym using light weights, 10 to 15 pounds. And when doing this, you want to work all parts of your neck. So you want to think of extension, flexion, and side to side using resistance. You can actually even use your body weight at first and then work up to 5 to 10 pounds. Doing 10 to 15 reps, 3 sets, 3 times a week is plenty to see a big difference in a couple months' time. Now let's move on to looks maxing for your physique and the body. The goal here is to have a shoulder to hip ratio of 0.8 or higher, and with perfect posture, because that's critical for attractive body language. Starting off with the basic is an animal-based diet with hormone maxing, which later on I will be talking about. And then going on to the workouts, the most effective is using Kino Body Training, which was designed by Greg Gallagher, I believe to be the smartest way to build a shoulder to hip ratio. And then going deeper, if you have the time for it and dedication, is to practice functional training on all the days you don't do weightlifting to really perfect that posture and to make sure you're pain-free and functional. Let's go on to hair. The goal here is to have a fresh head of hair with a crisp hairline that's healthy without impacting your hormone. Critical, because a lot of medication will actually suppress a man's hormonal profile. This is why you should never touch finasteride, because that will block your DHT, and as a man, we need DHT to look and feel like a man. Now here's a list of the most effective to the least effective. The most effective by far, men, is a hair transplant. If you're losing your hair will never be as fresh than getting a hair transplant, especially with modern day times. The second most effective is microneedling using a 1.5 mm needle and a needle gun every 7 to 10 days. Third most effective is using a topical red light device 3 to 4 times a week. The fourth most effective is using topical rosemary oil, which is just as effective as minoxidil, but I believe to be more natural, and it smells great when it's on the scalp. The fifth most effective is natural shampoos with a scalp brush. The scalp brush will help stimulate the growth of the hair, as well dig the shampoo and conditioner deeper into your scalp when washing. 2 to 3 times a week is plenty. And finally, topical peptides such as PTD, DBM, and GHK-KU are great for hair growth. They're a little bit more pricey, but using them 2 to 3 times a week after microneedling can be very effective. Now let's go into maxing out your hygiene as a man. The goal here is to smell and taste great without impacting your hormones. But a lot of hygiene products are horrible for men. Starting with the basic is having a clean diet. Just by having a clean diet, you're gonna naturally taste and smell better, and I believe the best diet is an animal-based diet. Moving on, using a jojoba oil daily on all parts of your skin, including your penis, will keep your skin looking fresh and healthy. Next, when it comes to scent, is using a cologne called Forest Lungs, which is actually a functional cologne that smells masculine, won't impact your hormones, actually helps calm down your nervous system. Moving on is focusing on nasal breathing. Not only is that amazing for your jaw, but also to prevent bad breath. And to continue with oral health, using a fluoride-free toothpaste to prevent testosterone suppression, and an electric toothbrush to make sure you can massage the gums for good oral health. And on top of it, flossing 2 times daily. Very important, just because you brush your teeth does not mean they're clean. We must floss at least twice a day. And to finish off the hygiene section, using natural soaps and shampoos are critical. Just type on Amazon, natural soap, natural shampoo, and plenty will pop up. Moving on to the next section, and that is function. And the goal here is to be pain-free. Because what's the point of looking great if you can't move your body or you're in pain all day long? The first is investing in barefoot shoes and wear them as much as you can. I wear barefoot shoes almost all the time except at important events or if I'm on a date. Moving on is investing in a functional workstation. This will save your posture so much and as well prevent so much wear and tear on your body. And the last is incorporating corrective training and functional training into your workouts. Personally, I do 20% heavy lifting and 80% corrective training. Now let's talk about maxing your lifestyle to enhance your looks. And this is so critical. The goal here is to increase your vitality and longevity, because what's the point of looking good if you have horrible health or you're gonna die in 20 years? Starting off with the basic, and that is following an animal-based diet with fasting. Personally, I only eat 1 to 2 meals most days, sometimes 3, but most days I'm fasting for 20 hours. And then the most important lifestyle factors for looks maxing and overall your health and vitality is consistent sleep, sun, and light activity throughout the day. You don't want to be seated all day. Even if you work out for an hour and they sit all day long, that is way worse. Go for a walk, stand up, move around. Next is hormone maxing, and this plays a critical role in how you look and how you feel. The goal here is to have testosterone levels of 1,000 to 1,500 with perfect lab markers, as well maxing out all the other hormones such as growth hormone. Starting off with the basics, not just having good lifestyle factors. So getting sleep, getting some sunlight, eating some meat, moving your body. And then to further push the level for testosterone, starting off with masculine medicine, which I believe to be the strongest natural test booster on the market. And then to get more advanced, looking into ACG and clonopine citrate. This will greatly enhance your body's natural production of testosterone, and then adding in DIM, which is critical for lowering your estrogen, because if you increase your testosterone, you also increase your estrogen. And then lastly, to focus on growth hormone, which is the hormone of vitality, looking into the peptides ipamorelin with testosterone. These 2 peptides naturally increase your growth hormone. Everything I mentioned in hormone maxing will enhance your body and won't cause any suppression. From this so far, I've gotten my testosterone levels to almost 1,000 without any exogenous hormones. Moving on to your penis. Very important to having a strong, healthy cock as a man, because size does matter, penis health does matter. The goal here is to have a length of 6.5 to 7.5 with a girth of 4.5 to 5.5. That is the ideal range to helping the top 10% of cocks, and every single man can achieve that. And on top of that, we want strong erections with great blood flow. Starting off with the most important basics, and that's hormone maxing with lifestyle. That will greatly increase your libido, your blood flow, and overall your testicle and penis size, especially ACG and clonopine citrate. And then moving on to the most powerful penis exercise, and that is jelqing, anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes 2 to 5 times a week, depending on your penis health level. The next most potent exercise for your penis is using a water penis pump, anywhere from 5 to 10 times a week, 2 to 3 times. This is amazing for girth. And lastly, looking into traction, either low tension traction or high tension traction. I prefer low tension because it's safer, but this is one of the best ways to increase length and to restore curvature, anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a week. And men, you must remove the idea that you can't grow your penis. Every single man can at least grow his penis 1 inch up to 3 inches is what I've seen from my research. Here are some noteworthy miscellaneous things to help max out your looks. The first is having good fashion, ideally getting some tailored clothes, but the most important thing, men, is that if you're in good shape, almost anything you wear will look good on you, but it's very important to get them tailored. Next is red light therapy, which is a noteworthy biohack to help with vitality and your skin health and as well your hormones. And the last 2 noteworthy miscellaneous for helping looks maxing is ice baths and saunas. Amazing for your health, but at the same time have multiple benefits, especially when it comes to your skin health. Every time I do an ice bath or sauna, my skin looks way better the entire day. Now let's move on to advanced looks maxing. This is only if you have the money for it. So important you master the basics before going to the more advanced things. The first is IV therapy, which is an amazing way to get nutrients to your body, which indirectly and directly will allow you to look better and feel better. Next is a hair transplant, which I've already talked about for the hair part, but hair transplants can greatly change a man, especially with a hair transplant today. They're way better than they ever have been in history. Next advanced looks maxing strategy is microdosing Anavar, which I believe to be the safest oral steroid. And by microdosing Anavar, it offers the greatest amount of benefits with the least amount of side effects. Moving on, stem cell injections and PRP can be amazing for your skin, but also to recover and heal faster. You can even get stem cells into your penis, so that it's pretty endless what you can do with that and how much more that can max you out. Next on the list for advanced stuff is any kind of med spa treatments, like an advanced facial, maybe laser therapy. Those can definitely add to your looks maxing journey. And lastly is more advanced biohacks, which overall will enhance your health, allowing you to be better looking as a man. Moving on to more than looks maxing, because it's so important. I see so many men just focus on their looks, which sure, that's fine, but really, men, looking good as a man is not that important. We are not really known for our looks. Yes, it's a bonus, but it should not be the main focus of your life or where you derive most of your value from. Going into that is having resources. So being wealthy, looking to an online business, starting a brand, selling products, starting your own business. Next is game awareness. Do you understand how male and females interact? Do you understand how women are? Very critical for mate selection as well as having a good dating life. Next is fashion. Just because you're healthy, you have a good jawbone, you look good, if you don't dress well, you'll never compliment all the work you put into your body. Moving on is having a captivating lifestyle. Sure, you look good, sure, you have money, but if all you do is watch Netflix, that is boring. The last thing you can do to a woman is to bore her, and as well, life offers so much possibilities. So get out there and do fun things with your life. Moving on is sexual mastery. This is critical for spiritual development, relationship development, and overall just enjoying life. Moving on the list is being competent and skillful. This is critical for showing mastery in the world, as well as being confident in your body as a man no matter where you go. And lastly is being charismatic, which is very critical for making new connections and growing new connections. So here are the key takeaways of this. Pretty much everything I laid out in this video involves doing little micro habits every single day, and all of these, men, are great for your health. So by having good health, internal health will lead to great external looking health. And that's been my main goal in life. I see people who are trying to do looks maxing, but they have no clue of how to take care of their health. And because of that, they suffer in so many different ways. Have great health, and in return, you're gonna look good and feel great. And being good looking is just one part of being a good man. Do not derive all your value from that, because you will suffer and not be able to max out male life. Don't neglect it, but don't only focus on that. As a man, you must maximize all pillars of life, which is very, very difficult. But the men who are up to the challenge, the men who put the work in, are rewarded with the most amazing life. So men, to close out this video, put the work in and max out male life. Thank you for watching and have an amazing day.